why aren't you reading the material? Is it not as interesting as what you're actually reading? And the answer is no, it's way more interesting. And eventually what I'm trying to get them to learn is like, only reason I read is because I take a test. And then I have somebody my age at the class, and I'll turn, madam, how long have you been out of school? 30, 40 years. How many tests have you taken since then? Nobody's ever said more than like 4 or 5. Most people say 0. And so the message is like, if the only reason you're going to read is because somebody's going to test you, then most top students go down to what's called routine expert. They just descend back into the population. Because as soon as they don't have the instructions to follow and the commands, they're not natural. They do not value learning enough. And of course, it's your brain is a muscle, just like people don't realize this. Like if you decided you're going to work out every day for 20 years, and I decided I wasn't, but I was going to read every day for 20 years, and you weren't, 20 years down the line, if we go to the gym, you're going to kick my rear. Like you're going to do 20 reps, and I'm going to do a half a rep. You move into the mental side of it, I'm going to kick your rear because I've been exercising my brain, which is a muscle. And it's really fascinating because take our Titan cup. Let's imagine that this table is all the information you could have in the world. And this is, that right there is how much information you have now. And you can reach a little bit beyond, what your current position. So this whole table, maybe you can a couple inches around that. But as you learn, that grows, and things that you couldn't understand that were boring to you, all of a sudden that's really fascinating. I know enough to be able, not expert, but know enough to I understand it enough for it to be fascinating. Of course, then your growing just starts compounding. But nobody at your work, except for a cashier company apparently, is going to give you a list of reading. And so what I started with was calling these, iconic people and saying, I'm assuming you're a prolific reader and you've read thousands and thousands and thousands of books, which is true. But it's also true that out of the thousands of books that you've read, there's 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 that for some reason have kind of become your go-to books. And so I said, will you just tell me what those are now? Like your son or daughter's going to follow in your footsteps. Let's just have them read those first, and then they can go on to the less ones after that. And these are the most iconic people on Wall Street.